Hey guys, got this HubSink. This is for my Graffiti X. As you can see, I got a 3000 watt motor and wanted to see if I could lower the temperature. So I'm getting this HubSink. I'm gonna be putting it on. Let's see what came with it. Okay, this looks like I think it's the grease, or yeah, thermal grease. Okay, and then of course these are the HubSinks. Got the screws. HubSinks are in this covered styrofoam. Okay, there we are. So feels like it's made of aluminum. I really haven't checked, but what's going to happen is I'm going to put these here. First, I'm going to put the grease on it first. I'm going to put that there so that the heat will dissipate from the fins, kind of like a heat sink on a computer. But beforehand, we'll go ahead and clean it with isopropyl alcohol, kind of like what we do for cleaning cars for wraps and stuff. So I put some on. We're just going to wipe it on here, make sure it's clean. I want to do a thorough test before, but I haven't had the chance to really do one. So rather, I think I've done some runs with this, and I got it to about 150 Fahrenheit. I'm just hoping I can make that a little bit lower so that this can last a little bit longer and not overheat. All right. So the next thing, I'll go ahead and just finish up cleaning this, and then we'll start putting the HubSink fins on there. Okay, so I've arranged this all together just to see what it looked like. This is kind of what you'll see once we put it around the actual motor. Finished cleaning it, and got some grime off. I'm just gonna test fit this and see how things go with this. We got our screws here. So what it looks like is you got a hex, which I wonder how we're gonna get that working with such small space. But we'll go ahead and put this together where it goes through here. And so I'll show you how that will end up from this point. Okay. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is also clean the HubSinks itself, because you don't know if there's any type of grease. It felt kind of greasy, so we're just gonna wipe the place where we're gonna put the thermal grease on. It is here. If you haven't noticed, I actually put these together. Why? Because I want to know whether or not it can fit between these spokes we have on the actual tire. So that's a good question, right? I know one can fit, but can two fit at one time, just to see how it goes? Now, the problem is, of course, is when you put the grease on. Let's just see. My first time putting this on here, so it'll be just like that. Okay. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. I don't think you can put more, but let's see if we can line it all up and then and have them glue together. Okay. Okay, I'm at a different angle. I'm trying to understand how much gap should there be between. This one shows here about 6/10 of an inch. And I'll go here. If you put it right in the same spot. Okay, so with this ruler is 6/10 of an inch. Now, my ruler doesn't have a perfect zero. So maybe those with a perfect zero would have 7/10 of an inch. So that would be basically the difference that we need to do just to be sure it's all centered. As you can see, we've already put most of it on here. But I'll tell you what, if you don't have small hands, it's going to be tough. Now, one of the things I'm worried about in this is that, one, of course, installation, but putting the grease on. So I'm just moving this around for fitment's sake. Have not put the grease on. Again, this is just for fitment purposes. But as you can tell, my hands are just a little bit too big for this. Somehow I'll manage. Just move this around. The good thing is, it does cover everything going around. Do have to mention this is for the size for a QS205, just in case somebody looks it up and like, which one do I need? So let me go ahead and put that in there. Like I said, this is going to be very hard for me because my fingers are so big. Now, when I put the grease on, I don't think it acts as a glue. Maybe, but I think it'll just slide all over the place. But again, I'm just checking for a fitment. Oh, see. You can see how long it's taking me just to put one screw in, and it's not even putting it all the way. These screws that they have, I mean, these nuts that they have, are the ones that, I forgot the terminology, but it has that kind of like rubber in it so that it'll stay and it locks it in better. So I'm still having a hard time just putting the nut straight. Okay, all right. Okay, there. Now, if I were to make this all tighter, let's see how this would be. Still kind of loose. Wonder if this is gonna fit right. Hoping that grease is gonna act like a glue. Put this together. Just make sure the thing can be as tight as possible. Looks like it will fit. I just hold it in place. We can understand if it's all tight. It'll stick to the. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think it will. So I'm pulling from one side to the other, and once I tighten the one on the bottom, that place should be gone. Okay. That's how it's going to look like. So let me go ahead and start putting the glue. There's two ways of doing it. I thought I could just put it here and just put it on top, but that's not enough because measuring it right here, there's only a 2-inch gap. This is about, oh no, I'm sorry, is this a 2-inch gap? Let's see. Yeah, it's about a 2-inch gap, but the actual item is about 3/4. Let's see, no, it's about 5/8. And so I can't really push it against it to give us that space. Yeah, it'll basically hit the line right here. So you have to do it individually and paste it on there. I need to get a tool for this. I need to make it easier because it's hard. All right, next step. Okay, well, I took it all apart. I think I'm gonna try to do two at a time. Not sure if that's gonna be a good thing, but one thing I have to consider is this. So when I do place it in there, I'm gonna have to put the gap there. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, maybe I should do one at a time. It might be longer, but at least won't be as messy. See, so as you can see here, I'm gonna put that gap there so that you can put your air pump about the same size. So I'm gonna make it probably right around there, or maybe right there. Okay. So I got the glue. I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on. Let's get some. It might be messy. I don't know how messy it'll get. It's definitely not gonna be from the dirt on the bike. Maybe a little bit, a lot, because I cleaned most of it out. But I'm just worried about the grease. So get my other glove on. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a wrapper on here. I should take the wrapper off. Okay, get that wrapper off. We don't need that. Okay. Ooh, that's tricky. Okay, maybe I'll just do one. Do one until we get more. Okay, careful not to get so messy with this, right? It's weird. Oh, Gillen, there it is. I'm gonna put it center. Is it acting like a glue? Great if it is. Remember we said it was 6/10 of an inch for me. Now your ruler might say something otherwise, but we'll see. Does kind of act like a glue. Let's see if this is about 6. Okay. Next one. Faster to go this way. Okay. All right. Grease on this one. I'm putting it more so on the right side of this because I'll be sliding it. So I'm sliding it, then I'll just smear. Like the other one, it's smeared to the other side. Kind of weird. So that was my default. See, it's hard with big hands. Where are you? There you go. There's the grease sliding off. And if you have your tools ready, again, the grease isn't really adhere. It is grease. I guess it's for metal on metal, making sure the transfer and lubrication of it. So just keep that in mind. And this takes a while. I don't know. I have a ratchet, but it's a little bit too wide for this, I think. So I'm just using a regular wrench. Just have to do this slowly but surely. This one I'm going to make tight. Everything else I'm going to just keep it loose. But the biggest thing really is just to ensure that here I can get to the air valve. If not, I'll never be able to pump this thing with air. That's why I was thinking maybe it's good to do 2x2. And since there's only grease, why not, right? There. It's just a messy situation. Okay, lessons learned. Okay, problem making it too tight is now it won't even out. Yeah, that's not good. Nah, it's a messy. It's getting messier because I'm moving it all over the place. Ah, see? Let me just go ahead and put this closer to you guys to see. See, it's a little bit uneven there. And see how the grease is all over the place. So I'm just letting you know what it's gonna look like. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make this happen, and then I'll show you the end. Okay, it looks like I'm pretty much done with installation. Tightened all of these here. It was real difficult. The reason why, because my ratchet, it doesn't fit. So had to do it the old-fashioned way. So regardless of that, I went ahead and used this tape. It took longer than I expected, but I used this tape to hold it in place. And you can see I did it there. I'm gonna be taking it off right now, actually. So that just goes to show that it slips and slides all over the place. What I did, like I mentioned earlier, went ahead and used a ruler to be sure that they're all equal along the whole circumference. And now it looks like it's in place. Now, the biggest problem, of course, was the grease, right? So I got the grease, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to clean it up nicely. But just know that when you buy the package, let me find the thing here. This, you need to use it sparingly, because I had to actually grab some grease from the original, from the first fins that I started with, because I thought I only put just enough, but ended up running out of this. So again, use it sparingly, just a small bead, and then it'll spread. As you can tell, it really spread. I'll have to clean it up again, but that should do it. I got the HubSink fins on here. Hopefully they make a big difference. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Thank you.